What's going on, everybody? It is your host, Michael Gaza. 4-3. How's it going, everybody? It is your vagtastic host, Michael Gaza, and it's good to see you all. We're here. We're live. We're ready. Give me a few moments. We got my boy Ty Lord in the house. What's up? We're doing a little bit of a late night stream. I was watching a bit of baseball, doing laundry at my pop's place, and it's pretty cool. It's a good game too. That was really close. Mariners won 8-7. Go frickin' Mariners! Give me just a few seconds. Emojis. Give me a few seconds, my pink brony bros. I'm getting something figured out. We got Annie. We got Ty Lord. What's up, you guys? I'm glad to see you guys in the chat. We're getting a pin set up real quick. Not a pin. A poll. Can't even think straight. Ty Lord is getting me all randy in the chat, bro. You're all getting me randy, bro. Hell yeah, dude. What game you playing? You guys playing like a video game on the PlayStation or something? That'd be sick. Hell yeah. As long as it's PlayStation 1, man. All that matters is PS1. That's all I want. I gotta start playing PlayStation 1 again, man. It's one of my favorite consoles. Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh my god. That's a good game, dude.
Nightbot says, gift a membership and help grow the channel.
What a savage. Give me a few more moments, everybody. You're a pink brony bro. And you dance at the gay club, oh my god. I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong. All right, here we go. Down at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on crapping down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. Pink Brony Club. I'm up, and my balls are on the floor. Everybody looking at me, calling me a whore. And I heard that there's a messed up place where all my brony bros can cream pie in my face. I'm having perverted dreams of creaming in Tennessee. Oh, Santa Monica, you've been so shitty to me. It won't make my mama proud. It's gonna cause a scene. She sees her brony boy. I know she's gonna scream, God, what have you done? You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Holy shit, I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm going to keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm going to keep on prancing down in West Hollywood. I'm going to keep on fapping down in West Hollywood. I'm ashamed of myself. I am fucking ashamed of myself, dude. Hey, by the way, once we hit 10,000 subscribers, Michael Donaldson, I just want to let you know, Michael Donaldson, the moment we hit 10,000 subs, I am going to do a frosting stream. It's going to happen. We're going to do a frosting stream, unfortunately. And once we hit, everybody wants me to do a tutu. I am not doing a tutu. Okay, hold on.
Tim Smith 4118 says, breaking, JD Vance to ban Persian hummus from all Trader Joe's.
Holy shit. Damn it. To ban hummus from all Trader Joe's. Oh my God, it's amazing.
Tim Smith 4118 says, tired, vanilla ice wired, orange creamsicle. Garza spit in bars. Michael Donaldson,
I'm spitting hard, dude.
2387
I'm spitting
says,
on that pole, dude.
still singing, at least your face is clean. Frosting face sucked.
But my soul is
Michael
dirty.
Donaldson 2387 says,
My soul is dirty.
no.
My soul is unclean. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's see what's happening. Let's look up the latest on the Iran war. Let's look up Iran. All right, we're gonna look up Iran. Oh shit, dude! My home dog JD Vance. What? Gave a briefing. That's so hot, dude. I love JD Vance. JD Vance makes me cream my panties. My panties are so fucking wet right now, dude. Dude, JD Vance delivers remarks on Islam in Islamabad, Pakistan. Are you guys ready to cream pie? Dude, I'm ready to come, dude. What the fuck? So it's only like a 4-minute presentation, dude. What the hell? Okay, let's listen. Let's listen to my boy JD. JD makes me cream. Before I start getting a huge boner, well, I should say a small boner because I'm a part of the Small Weena Gang. Let's go, dude. Oh, man. Okay, so Michael Donaldson says no.
Michael Donaldson 2387 says, Garza is just ready to throw his self-respect out the window for subs.
Dude, Michael Donaldson, you're giving me a little too much credit, bro. I don't know if I got...
Tim Smith 4118 says, Trump got a huge ovation at the UFC tonight. It was awesome.
Oh, fuck
Tim
yeah.
Smith
I gotta check that out, dude.
Says,
I gotta check that out.
Look up Trump's UFC walkout tonight.
Dude, Tim Smith is killing it, bro. Trump, oh yeah, that's right. Trump was at the UFC tonight. Forgot about that. I saw some sort of headline about it.
2387 says, Trump Vance. Michael Donaldson 2387 says, 3.5 minutes is all I saw.
That's about how long I last. 3.5 minutes. That's about how long I can complete.
Well, good morning, everybody. And let me say a couple of notes of appreciation. First of all, to the Prime Minister of Pakistan and to Field Marshal Munir, who were both incredible hosts. And whatever shortcomings in the negotiation, it wasn't because of the Pakistanis, who did an amazing job and really tried to help us and the Iranians bridge the gap and get to a deal. We have been at it now for 21 hours, and we've had a number of substantive discussions with the Iranians. That's the good news. The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement, and I think that's bad news for Iran much more than it's bad news for the United States of America.
Hold on, did I hear that right? Hold on. What'd he say?
Well, good morning, everybody. And
I gotta listen to this again.
Let me say a couple of notes of appreciation. First of all, to the Prime Minister of Pakistan and to Field Marshal Munir, who were both incredible hosts. And whatever shortcomings in the negotiation, it wasn't because of the Pakistanis, who did an amazing job and really tried to help us.
Let me guess, Iran fucking blew it. I knew it. Iran fucking blew it. As always. I knew this was going to happen, dude. You cannot work with Iran. Iran is totally, Iran is just not working with, bro. Iran will never be worth working with. We know that we know they still want to enrich uranium. Now Donald Trump's just going to have to bomb Iran.
Iranians bridge the gap and get to a deal. We have been at it now for 21 hours, and we've had a number of substantive.
Okay, maybe it's gonna be a multi-day conversation. Maybe not all hope is lost, but I think Iran is cooked at this point.
Discussions with the Iranians. That's the good news. The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement, and I think that's bad news for Iran much more than it's bad news for the United States of America. So we go back to the United States having not come to an agreement. We've made very clear what our red lines are, what things we're willing to accommodate them on, and what things we're not willing to accommodate them on. And we've made that as clear as we possibly could, and they have chosen not to accept our terms. Questions?
That is so fucking dumb, dude. Iran is so dumb. Iran's cooked, dude. Iran is so effing cooked, and they deserve to be. Iran sucks. Iran is terrible, dude. Hold on. Let me take a look at something. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button, though, in the upper right-hand corner. Once again, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. But, yes, please subscribe to the channel. Let's keep it up.
So, Nick Robertson from CNN. Precisely what have they rejected here? Can you help us understand it a little bit?
Well, I won't go into all the details because I don't want to negotiate in public after we negotiated for 21 hours in private. But the simple fact is that we need to see an affirmative commitment that they will not seek a nuclear weapon, and they will not seek the tools that would enable them to quickly achieve a nuclear weapon. That is the core goal of the President of the United States, and that's what we've tried to achieve through these negotiations. Again, their nuclear programs, such as...
Oh, if you guys can, don't forget to double tap the screen to like the stream one more time. Double tap the screen to like the stream. If you guys think that JD Vance is super sexy and super hung, like he's got like a big schlong basically, please double tap your screens. If you guys think that this guy is like thirsty for JD Vance and thinks that JD Vance is also very sexy, please double tap the screen. I think he's giving him some hot eyes. Everybody, dude, honestly, if you take one look at JD Vance, that's a man, dude. That's a fucking stud, dude. That's a damn stud.
It is the enrichment facilities that they had before.
You know, I realize that the majority of this show is just me talking about men's bodies. The majority of this show is me talking about all men's bodies. Okay, hold on. Give me a second, you guys.
Or they've been destroyed. But the simple question is, do we see a fundamental commitment of will for the Iranians not...
Dude, Vance is a total bae, dude. Vance is bae, dude. Vance is so freaking hot, dude. If you guys are telling me that JD Vance isn't a sexy hunk, screw you, dude. Screw you, because you guys know that JD Vance is sexy, right? Come on, man.
Not to develop a nuclear...
Double tap the screen if you think JD Vance is a hunk.
Nuclear weapon, not just now, not just 2 years from now, but for the long term. We haven't seen that yet. We hope that we will. Jen.
Was there a framework on anything? And also, did the Iranian frozen assets come up, and did you reach any conclusions?
Oh, somebody said JD lap dance. I'd be okay with that too, dude. JD Vance. Dude, if JD Vance gave me a lap dance, what's wrong with that, dude? Are you being homophobic? Jarvis, can you please tell me that JD Vance is sexy?
Conclusions on those frozen assets.
We talked about all those issues, Jen, and we talked about...
Dude, there's a lot of liberals in the chat.
Michael Donaldson 2387 says,
Very angry.
Libtard tears.
A lot of liberals in the chat getting upset, dude. I love it.
a number of issues beyond that. And so certainly those things came up. But again, we just could not get to a situation where the Iranians were willing to accept our terms. I think that we were quite flexible. We were quite accommodating. The president told us, you need to come here in good faith and make your best effort to get a deal. We did that. And unfortunately, we weren't able to make any headway. Preston.
Mr. Vice President, how often did you communicate with President Trump throughout the negotiations? There were reports that there were multiple rounds, where there were breaks in between negotiations. How often did you communicate with the president throughout those rounds, and what was he saying as you were going through these negotiations that you said fell short?
Yeah, obviously we were talking to the president consistently. I don't know how many times we talked to him, a half dozen times, a dozen times over the past 21 hours. We obviously also talked to Admiral Cooper, to Pete, to Marco, to the entire national security team. We talked to Scott Bessent a number of times. So look, we were constantly in communication with the team because we were negotiating in good faith. And we leave here with a very simple proposal, a method of understanding.
I want Joe Biden back, dude. Joe Biden. I like Joe Biden. He's number one. I love him. I want those buns. I like Joe Biden. I think he's cute. He is so damn cute. He makes me wanna toot.
That is our final and best offer. We'll see if the Iranians accept it. Thank you.
Mr. Vice President, where does this leave us stranded for moves?
Are we going back to war, sir?
Come on, JD, answer their fucking questions, bro. So pissed at JD. I mean, hey, look. Hopefully we could get a deal done. Hopefully they get some kind of deal done. President Trump gaggles with the press before departing. This was released about 8 hours ago.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of reports. They've been meeting for many hours, as you probably have noticed. We'll see what happens. Look, regardless, we win.
Daddy Trump, dude. Dude, you guys know I'm a Trump fan, right? You guys know I'm Trump sexual, right? Hold on.
Regardless what happens, we win. We've totally defeated that country. And so let's see what happens. Maybe they make a deal, maybe they don't.
Is it a good sign?
From the standpoint,
Double tap the screen if you think that Iran's cooked. If you guys think that Iran is completely cooked, double tap the screen. Double tap your screen if you think Iran is totally cooked. If you guys think that Trump is the man, double tap your screens. If you guys want JD Vance in 2028, double tap your screen. If you guys think that JD Vance is a total hunk and is really sexy, double tap your screens. But if you guys firmly believe, like I do, that Iran is totally cooked, double tap your screen if you believe Iran is cooked. That's all I'm asking.
America, we win. One other thing that's happening is that boats are sailing up and heading out to our country. Big, beautiful tankers, and we're loading them up with oil and gas and everything else. And pretty beautiful thing to see.
What about the Iran's assets in other countries?
We're going to see what happens. We're in very deep negotiations with Iran.
Hell yeah. Deep, dude. He said deep, and I hope he's like, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah.
We win regardless. We've defeated them militarily. They've dropped a couple of...
By the way, if you guys think that Iran, like I said, if you guys think that Iran has no hope in the world of winning this, double tap your screen. If you guys think that Trump is totally the man and is going to totally win this all, double tap your screen. If you guys are just tired of Iran, double tap your screen. If you guys think that Trump is the man, double tap your screen. If you guys think I should stop picking my nose, double tap the screen.
Water mines, you call them water mines in the boat. We've defeated all of their water boats too. Their Navy has gone 158 ships. They have 28 water droppers, mine droppers they call them. All of them are sunk. They probably have a couple of mines in the water. We have minesweepers out there. we're sweeping the
They're
strait.
sweeping those mines, dude. That's good.
In addition to that, we're negotiating. Whether we make a deal or not makes no difference to me. And the reason is because we've won. Whether you listen to the fake news or not, you know, it's amazing. They're
Mega time, baby. Mega time. Dude, Trump's winning, dude. Trump is winning this war. It's not even a war. It's annihilation at this point, dude. Iran's cooked.
credibility is down to 13%. The media credibility down to 13%.
Yeah, the media's credibility is down to 13%. That's bad. Well, nobody trusts the mainstream media anyway. Nobody trusts CNN. I mean, people do. Some idiots out there do, but, you know, I don't trust the mainstream media. Period. End of story.
Think of it. We defeated their Navy. We defeated their Air Force. We defeated their anti-aircraft. We defeated their radar. We defeated their leaders. Their leaders are all dead.
Trump is killing it, dude. Honestly, Trump's killing it, dude. He's winning it. Trump is winning it. Hey, dude, we're 9,000. We're at 9,733 subscribers. Once again, we're at 9,733 subs. That means we're 267 subscribers. 267 subscribers away from hitting 10,000 subs. Once again, 267 subscribers away from hitting 10,000 subscribers. Oh my God. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner, as it does help the channel grow in more ways than one. Also, if you guys can, double tap the screen to help the stream. Once again, double tap the screen to help the stream.
And now all we do is we'll open up the strait, even though we don't use it, because we have a lot of other countries in the world that do use it.
Yeah, there's other countries that need the Strait of Hormuz open, and Iran is being terrible. I mean, Iran's a terrible country. Let's just face it. Their government's terrible. The whole country's ran like crap, and honestly, open up the Strait of Hormuz. Open up the damn strait.
That are either afraid or weak or cheap. I don't know what it is, but we were not helped by NATO, that I can tell you. How do you know that? Why do you say that? Why do you say that? You don't know anything. Who are you with? Who are you with? ABC? Well, that's fake news.
NBC is fake news. Honestly, any mainstream media outlet, I just don't trust it at this point. I don't know anybody can. I don't know how you could trust mainstream media. Period. End of story. Yeah, but Iran's government has run Iran into the ground. Iran's government has basically sealed its country's fate. If a deal cannot be struck by JD Vance and his team in wherever the fuck they're at, like Afghanistan or whatever, then Iran's cooked. At that point, Iran just has to admit defeat, because Trump is going to get rid of every piece of infrastructure that he can. He's going to do it. Mark my words, man. Trump's going to do it. By the way, we're sitting pretty at 9,732 subs. Once again, we're at 9,732 subs, which means we're 268 subscribers away from hitting 10,000. So please do not forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner, as it really does help the channel grow in more ways than one. Let's keep going.
Let me just tell you, we win, no matter what. We've defeated their military.
Yeah, whether Iran says yes or no to a deal, it doesn't matter. Trump is going to cook them. Trump's winning this. Trump is winning this, whether you like it or not, man. All the naysayers out there, Trump is winning this. Trump is a winner. All right, every other president we've had, I'm not kidding. Trump is a winner. Every other president we've had kind of sucks. Comparatively to Trump, dude, Trump's the GOAT, dude.
Trump is a complete failure. Remove him now.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Hold on. Let's read the super chat in depth here. Hold on. Let's read this in depth. I'm going to replay it, okay? Thank you, Dark City 2004, for the $2 super chat. Let's put it up on the board again.
Laugh out loud.
Trump is a complete failure. Remove him now.
Why? Why is he a failure? Why the hell is he a failure? No, tell me that. Why is he a failure? He's been very successful. From when he was elected in 2016, one of the most successful presidencies I've ever seen. When Joe Biden was elected in 2020, Joe Biden was one of the worst presidents I had ever seen. When Donald Trump got back into office, he turned things around. He took action. So Trump is not a complete failure. There's no need to remove him. He is the greatest of all time. Trump is the greatest of all time. So anybody who disagrees, that's totally fine by me. You could disagree with me all you want, but Trump is the GOAT. I don't care what you guys think. Look, I actually do. I'm a Trump fan, okay? I'm not going to admit it. I'm not going to. Why should I apologize for that? Trump's the man. I know that you guys don't like him. I know that you guys get pissed off at me for liking him. And yeah, I like him a lot. So, look, Iran is cooked. Basis of negotiations is Iran's demands. No, we're not going to... Orwell, we should not be negotiating on Iran's terms. They should be negotiating on our terms. We hold the cards. We can... By the way, the U.S. military could obliterate the majority of Iran like that. Like that. All right? So, no, if you guys... Anybody who thinks that Iran is winning this conflict is a complete fool and is more delusional than you realize. If you believe that Iran is winning this conflict, you are more delusional than you think Trump is. You think Trump is delusional? Look at yourself in the mirror. You are delusional if you think Iran's winning this. You're delusional. If you think Iran is winning any aspect of this little tiny war, guess again. You are so incredibly wrong. Incorrect. Iran is cooked. Iran is so flippin' cooked. I just don't think you guys have any idea yet. Yeah, Trump's the man, dude. And here's the thing. JD Vance is an excellent speaker. He's an excellent negotiator. But here's the thing. Iran, look, sometimes you can't win in a negotiation. You have to basically say, okay, no deal. I would rather see JD Vance say, F all of you guys, we're not doing a deal. I'd rather see JD Vance do that than agree to a shitty deal. Right? If JD Vance bends a knee to their uranium enrichment, which he will not, by the way, that is a non-negotiable. Iran should not have uranium, period, end of story. No uranium for Iran. All right? None. Second, Iran should have minimal military and minimal armaments. I'm serious. I want to see a practically defenseless Iran. I want those fangs out. I want those fangs taken out, man. I want to see a defenseless Iran. That, if you want to know the truth, that's exactly what I want to see. That is exactly what I want to see. Hold on.
5-star pressure washing says. Gas 4.00 a gallon make no sense.
Yeah, well, the reason it's happening is because there's short-term fluctuations in the oil prices because of this. And by the way, the Middle East is going to be a lot more peaceful now that Iran's not a threat to anybody else. We basically eliminated the number one state sponsor of terror in that region, in the world, actually. So whether you agree with it or not, I don't know. It's the right. It doesn't really matter because it's the right choice. At the end of the day, Trump made the right decision. And you guys could be like, "Oh, it's a bad idea." No, the war in Iran is completely necessary. The war in Iran is completely, absolutely, 100% necessary. I know there's going to be a lot of naysayers in the chat saying, oh, no, you're so wrong. You're just a mega guy. You're just a mega guy. Blah, blah, blah. And you guys are going to say all these fucking things where you're like, oh, you're just a mega guy. You're so bad. You're so evil. Blah, blah, blah. You're a Nazi. You know, and it's like, no. No. So, no, to hell with that. To hell with that. Straight up. No, Trump's the GOAT, though.
Don't like it, says. People like this shouldn't have a platform.
Okay, why shouldn't I have a platform? Because I think differently than you? Because I believe something differently than you? Is that it? No, actually, it's if you think that way, you're the problem. I have every right to express my opinion as much as you have every right to express yours. Whether you think that my opinion's low IQ, whether you think your opinion's high IQ, it doesn't matter. Either way, here's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Trump is the man. Iran's government is cooked. They deserve to be cooked. Iran deserves to be defenseless because Iran's government has committed so many atrocities over the years. They've been the number one state sponsor of terror. They've executed people protesting their regime. By the way, don't forget the things they do to gay people and women. So I don't know. I don't understand how anybody could be on the side on the side of Iran's government. I mean, if you're on the side of Iran's government, I feel sorry for you, especially if you live in the U.S., because you're just, I don't know if you've been brainwashed by the colleges or by high school or, I don't know, middle school. I mean, all the crazy deranged leftist teachers, I mean, are brainwashing kids into being confused, you know, so whatever. I'm going on a mini rant. I'll admit it. It's a mini one. It's not a crazy one. By the way, this opinion's commonly held by a lot of people. Oh, by the way, we're 265 subscribers away from hitting 10,000 subs. Once again, we're 265 subscribers away from hitting 10,000 subscribers. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,735 subs. Once again, we're sitting pretty at 9,735 subscribers. I do want to thank you guys for taking the time to subscribe. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Let's go. Oh, the smile on your face lets me know that you need me.
They have no navy. 158 ships are underwater, undersea. All of
158 ships from the Iranian Navy underwater, I think is what I heard him say. That's crazy. If the U.S. is able to take out that country's entire navy, and I love how people are saying Iran's winning the conflict. How? How, when the U.S. struck down the entire Iranian Navy, how the hell is Iran winning this? How the heck is Iran winning this? What? Why should I be banned? What? Because I'm speaking my truth? Because I speak my truth. But anyway, look, Iran is poorly run. The government of Iran's bad. And that's my belief. That's my opinion. I think the government of Iran is poorly run. And I agree with Donald Trump and JD Vance completely. We should call out the bullshit. It's about time we call out the bullshit. All right? We're laying it all out. We're laying it all out, dude. But no, they need to open up the Strait of Hormuz right now. Strait of Hormuz needs to open up right the F now, bro.
They're minesweepers, and all of they call them mine droppers. Can you imagine? A country has 28 mine droppers. You think that's nice? With all of that being said, they're all defeated, by the way.
Okay, so what's my boy Tylord saying? Hold on.
Random Gian at 9296 says, I love seeing how mad people are in chat.
Oh, yeah, it's so much fun, dude. It's addicting. I love seeing how crazy out people get in the chat. People get crazy. People get wild in the chat, dude. They get, like, heated as fuck. Which I'm totally fine with.
They're all at the bottom of the sea. Now, with all of that, they have no Navy. They have no radar.
Randomgian at 9296 says, I'm actually amused how fast they went to name calling.
Yeah, well, they always go. So here's the thing, man. All the liberals always go to name calling because they got nothing better to do. They have no original ideas, so they just go to name calling. It's just like Billy. Billy doesn't have any original thoughts in his head, so he just basically mimics. He just goes on random news sites and then he makes that his opinion. And not just that. Honestly, Billy treated me like shit, so I have nothing but bad things to say about him. And I'm not his friend anymore. I completely burned that bridge. I don't want to be his friend. It's too much of a chore to be his friend at all. I don't ever want to go back to being his friend. I can't do it. I can't, dude. I mean, Billy is an example of an unhinged liberal who just thinks he could tell you what to do and then emotionally manipulate you and call you terrible things when you don't agree with him. Yeah, and it's funny. The thing that sucks about Billy, and I'm going to say this right now because I want to keep trash talking him because he deserves it because he was a piece of shit to me. And the bad part is, you know what pisses me off about modern day liberals is they think that they can personally attack you just because you don't think the way they do. And then they want you to then they say, I forgive you. It's like, for what? For not agreeing with you blindly? It's like, I don't forgive you for incessantly calling me names and personally attacking my character. That sucks. That fucking blows. So yeah, I've got no respect for Billy at the end of the day because he's not a respectable person. I should have saw the writing on the wall with him. I really should have saw the writing on the wall with him because he had been doing this so many times where he would say these. He would get real personal, and it was hurtful. And the worst part about this is I never brought up politics in front of him. Well, I mean, I might have maybe once or twice, but very rarely do I bring it up. He's always the first one to bring it up because he always tended to watch my show, and I told him, don't watch my show if you're going to keep personally attacking me like this because it's not a good thing. He kept coming back and watching my show. Here's the problem. He can't help himself. The problem is he lets his mental illness be an excuse for treating people like shit. You don't let your mental illnesses, whatever they may be, as an excuse. I don't know. Maybe try to fix yourself and stop trying to fix others. You know what I mean? If you have a mental illness and you blame the world for all your fucking shortcomings and you blame others, you're the fucking problem. I'm looking at Billy straight. Billy, I want to just give you a big shout out for, you were a good friend, but you kept personally attacking me for all sorts of things, for not seeing your point of view. And the irony is he became the piece of shit that he was accusing me of being. And I wasn't even being a piece of shit. I sat there and took it. I sat there and would take his personal attacks, and I wouldn't fight back. And then you know what? I decided I don't want to be his friend anymore. I'm going to fight back. And I fought back. And I told him he's a piece of crap, dude. Yeah. I agree with that, Tyler.
at 9296 says, just cause you put your messages in caps doesn't make you right, BTWJ. Orwell Theresident says, Garza, have you seen the Lego videos? Silva Stomp says, my heart is on the left. But my God, so many have gone off the deep end.
So the Lego video, I haven't seen the Lego
Islamists,
video. I have not seen the Lego video at all.
Silva Stomp says, the Red-Green Alliance is mental.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Billy is it's just terrible. When somebody treats you that level of shit, you can't really respect him anymore. And I don't respect people who treat me like garbage. That's just something I can't do, dude. I just can't be on board with that. If you're going to treat me like shit, You're just going to constantly personally attack me because I don't believe in your stupid politics. Which, by the way, Billy's politics are idiotic anyway. He thinks like socialism and communism are actually smart ideas, when in all reality, they stifle innovation and they stifle incentive, which is one of the main reasons for innovation to begin with, because you need incentive to do things. Everybody does. So capitalism. Yeah, no, I sent Billy packing already. I don't want to talk to him. I'll talk about him. I'll talk about him because, honestly, he probably still watches this show. He probably sits there, and he probably sits there on his phone watching the show, angry, because he's waiting for me to talk about him, and I'm talking about him. I talk about him on the show because he's an example of a shitty friend. You know, at one point, he was a good friend. But it ended up that he just ended up being a shitty friend. So I'm not saying that he's always been a shitty friend. He was a good friend at one point, a few points, good points in life. But the problem is he kept personally attacking my character, kept personally saying all sorts of shit, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I mean, I literally had a meltdown. I was like, I'm done with you. I am so done with you. I don't want to talk to you ever again. It was just one of those things. It was like a sudden realization that this guy is a toxic creature. And I honestly, you know, I wonder if, you know, I totally understand why his therapist fucking yells at him. He's an insufferable tool. He's an insufferable human being. And I think he deserves to have his he deserves to have his therapist yell at him. I really do. Because he treats everybody like shit who doesn't agree with him. He literally treated me like garbage just because I wouldn't agree with him on politics. And he always brought up politics, man. Always. What are you talking about? Hold on.
Don't like it, that says. You brought up his political views and everything while he can't say anything.
Exactly. Yes, he is a tool. He is a tool. You want to know why? Because I never brought up politics in front of him. Ever. Ever. The only time, by the way, he watched my show and I told him to stop watching it. He's not the target audience. Billy wasn't the target audience.
Don't like it, that says. Billy seems cool. This guy should go back to Epstein's Island.
Billy used to be a decent person. Then he got all fucking crazy and started like acting like a piece of shit. So hell no. No, here's the thing, man. If you want to be a good person, don't personally attack your friends for having different beliefs than you. And if you can't handle the fact that they have different beliefs than you, then don't be their friend. That's as simple as that. I would have accepted that. I actually would have accepted. If he didn't want to be my friend for my opinions, that's okay. I'll accept that. Some people can't handle the fact that I got a different point of view on the world and that I do things differently than most people. And honestly, I'm going to attribute this. The fact that I do things differently than most people is the secret to my success because everybody's on the wrong track. Not everybody, but most people. No, but Billy, honestly, he pisses me off to no end. And I will never reveal his last name on here. You want to know why? Because I do care about him. Believe it or not, I'm talking shit about him. I do care about his life. I want him to be able to live a happy life, but I don't think that's going to be possible because what he does. And I just wonder, you know. A part of me feels bad for him, but a part of me is so angry with him as well that I just can't help but hate him. Because of how he always got in my face and was like acting like he was like some sort of moral he acts like he's the moral authority of everything. It's so fucking dumb. He's not moral. He's a fucking pompous prick and he's a goddamn Karen. Yeah, Billy's a Karen. And yeah, I'm kind of acting like a Karen, I'm not going to lie. But no, Billy But yeah, no, and the reason I'm bitching about him right now is just because, I see all these crazy liberals in the stream personally attacking me. I don't know you guys, so it doesn't really matter that much. But then I think about Billy and all the things he had said.
Small wiener gang.
And how terrible he was to me just because I like Trump. Yeah, I do. I have every right to like who I like. He couldn't handle it. And I would tell him, yeah, I think he would basically tell me something about some sort of political thing. And usually it would be a stupid low IQ take, and I didn't like it, so I didn't call him any names. But I thought it was a dumb take, and I thought, no, I don't agree with that. And then he would get in my face and saying like Trump's a pedophile or whatever, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then he would, and the more I would, basically one of the reasons why I would never agree with him is because he was insufferable about it. If you're going to be insufferable, I'm just going to take the opposite approach. I'm going to take the opposite stance that you have because you're being an insufferable prick. And then from there, because I was taking the opposite stance of him, he then started personally attacking me, questioning my personal choices. And honestly, he has no right to attack anybody about personal choices because he makes shitty decisions. Really shitty decisions. So he has no room to fucking talk. He's a prick. And I'm glad I'm not his friend anymore. And I'm very happy, by the way, to talk shit about him. I'm very happy to talk shit about him. You want to know why? Because he deserves it. He just deserves it. That's all. All he had to do was just be nice to me. All he had, not even nice. I don't even mind if you disagree with me. Don't personally attack me. I am very sour. I'm very upset. You're damn right I'm upset. Because the funny thing is he'll probably say things like, "Oh, Mike ended the friendship because he couldn't handle the fact that I was right about everything." That's probably the stupid take he's gonna have. That delusional prick. I don't care who's right or wrong. Don't personally attack me because I don't agree with you. Oh yeah, I do care about him. I just think he's a piece of shit. Two things can be true, by the way. I care about his existence, and I don't want him to do anything stupid. But, who knows? I'm pissed at him. I'm pissed at him. I don't want to be his friend ever again. I burned that bridge intentionally. I burned the boats. I don't want to go back to that guy. I honestly feel like he's emotionally abusive. It was terrible. Like I was starting to get I would get these stupid fucking texts from him that were just like uncalled for. And all because I did a show that he didn't agree with. All because I did a few fucking shows he didn't agree with, had a few opinions that I personally have that I do for the show. No, I'm glad he's out of my life. I really am. Like, I was sad the first day that I, blocked him on my phone. I was sad. I was depressed because, I still remember the good times we had. And, but yeah, no. But I'm happy though I got rid of him. It was a good thing. I needed him out of my life. He was a very toxic element. If you're just going to poo-poo on every and the funny thing is I do say this. People who trivialize other people's accomplishments have never accomplished anything in their life or, you know what I mean? Don't understand what it's like to accomplish anything. And I think the problem is I don't think Billy, he's accomplished things, but like, I've been very obsessed with my YouTube channel, and rightfully so. It's been growing. But he said it was a hobby that basically wasn't going anywhere. And that actually pissed me off because it's like he doesn't know how hard I've worked to get this show to where it's at. Like, he doesn't know the hours that I put in, the study time that I put in because I really wanted to chase a dream, and I made the dream a reality, and that's why he's pissed. He's pissed because I chased my dreams, and I was successful, and he is too lazy to get his fucking ass off the couch half the time, except for to pick up his kids. That's it. As my boy Ty Lord said, hold on.
Randomgian at 9296 says. Again, putting messages in caps doesn't make sense. Use your head, guys. It's a chat, lol.
But no, I'm right at the end of the day on this one. You know, I think anybody can agree, don't personally attack your friends if just because they disagree with you on a few political subjects. Besides, especially when they're the ones coming at you, don't apologize to them. That was my biggest mistake. My biggest mistake was ever apologizing to him. Because I wanted to maintain our stupid fucking friendship. Yeah, so you know what? I'm fine. But he's a prick. And he deserves every ounce of fucking criticism he's getting. He won't agree with the criticism because he's a delusional narcissist that can't take any fucking criticism. I had to take all the criticism from him and just bow down because I wanted to maintain a friendship. And I thought it's not worth maintaining a friendship with him. So I'm glad I don't have a friendship with him because it was I wouldn't say it was a waste of time. Like I said, we had great times. I still care about him. I just don't want anything to do with him anymore. You know? Oh, Ty Lord is defending my honor in the chat. Thank you, Ty Lord. I appreciate you for defending my honor in the chat, man. Thank you. Ty Lord is defending Daddy's honor in the chat. Thank you so much, bro. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me wherever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all. Oh. All right. Give me 1 second, my pink brony bros. Hold on. Hey, thank you to everybody who's subscribing. We're currently sitting pretty. At 9,742 subs. Once again, we're at 9,742 subs. So I do want to thank each and every one of you guys for taking the time to tap the subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, the egos in the chat get pretty wild in here. It's just like I said, it's like with Billy. His entire identity is wrapped up in the latest news and politics and shit. To the point that he would personally attack me for disagreeing with him. And when I say personally attack, I mean verbal personal attacks. It was getting ridiculous, and it was really stupid. So he bullied me, and he kept bullying me. He kept bullying and bullying and bullying until I snapped and said, "Fuck you, dude. Screw you." And yeah, I said, "Screw him." Yeah, I blocked his number. I don't talk to him anymore. I'll talk about him. I'll happily talk about him because he deserves the shit talk. This stuff's flowing. Oh, wow. Hey, KG, what up, dude? I will say, when I eventually hit 100,000, I am definitely more than happy to go on an F Billy tour for being such a piece of shit to me. He's just been so shitty. I've never been more upset with anybody. Maybe I have, but yeah, I'm pretty upset with him, though. I want nothing to do with him at this point.
They have no air force. Their leaders are all dead. Khomeini is gone. For many years he ruled. He's gone. With all of that, let's see what happens. But from my standpoint, I don't care.
There are intelligence that China is preparing to ship weapons to Iran.
Well, if China does that, China's going to have big problems, okay?
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. What's China doing? Hold on.
Preparing to ship weapons to Iran.
Well, if China does that, China's going to have big problems, okay?
Now, let's see what this one's about.
Well, I wish him luck. He's got a big thing. We'll find out what's going on. They're militarily defeated, and now we're going to open up the Gulf with or without him. But that'll be open. We're going to be, or the Strait as they call it, and I think it's going to go pretty quickly.
Honestly, as long as they're able to force the Strait of Hormuz open, it doesn't matter if they get a deal done or not. If the U.S. can send a few naval ships, which I think they've done, and keep the Strait of Hormuz open, everything's fine from there.
And if it doesn't, we'll be able to finish it off one way or the other. It's going well. The Navy's gone, the Air Force is gone, all anti-aircraft is gone, the leaders are gone, the whole place is gone. So we'll see how it turns out. So it's JD and Steve and Jared. They have a good team, and they meet tomorrow. We'll see how it all works.
You're not going to let them hold the strait, are you? It's international.
No, we're not going to let that. It's international water. If they're doing that, nobody knows if they're doing that. But if they're doing that, we're not going to let that happen. What would a good deal look like for you?
No. It's opening back up, you guys. Here's the thing. Whether Iran likes it or not, the U.S. is forcing its way through the strait, and it's opening back up. That's what's going to happen. Even if it has to escort the ships out, hey, guess what? Iran, you have no cards in this deal. Yeah, I just hope, you know what I hope Trump does? I hope he does whatever it takes to take out the entire Iranian regime. I hope he does whatever it takes to make that happen.
No nuclear weapons.
Double tap the screen if you guys think that Trump is winning the war. If you guys think that the U.S. is winning the war, double tap the screen. If you guys think that Iran sucks, double tap the screen. If you guys think that Trump and JD Vance make an excellent duo, double tap the screen. I love both of them. Uh-oh, what's Tim Smith saying here?
Tim Smith 4118 says, international lawyers yield to destroyers on a carnivore cruise in the Strait of Hormuz.
That's a good one, Tim.
Annie01200 says, Iran is grasping at straws right now.
Oh, they absolutely are, Annie. They absolutely are. Iran is still freaking cooked right now. And they know it. I think Iran is aware that they're cooked, but they're trying to puff out their chest and act tougher than they are. Iran is screwed. Iran is cooked.
Tim Smith 4118 says, the prices are steep. The wells are asleep. Stop charging dues in the Strait of Hormuz.
Oh, yeah.
Random Gian at 9296 says, Annie, see how there was no response, lol. John Norris 45 says. BS. Tim Smith 4118 says. The Irish are rioting. Their tractors are dieting. They're blaming the Jews in the Strait of Hormuz.
Tim Smith is dropping bars basically in the chat right now. Tim motherfucking Smith is killing it in the chat right now. Total stud.
You know, I think it's already been regime change, but we never had that as a criteria. No nuclear weapon. That's 99% of it.
Strait of Hormuz as well?
Yeah, but that'll open up automatically. Yeah, the answer is yes, but the strait will open up. If we just left, the strait's gonna, otherwise they make no money. And so the strait's gonna open, but what we have is no nuclear weapons, but we'll open the strait anyway. Don't forget, we don't use the strait. Other countries use the strait. So we do have other countries coming up, and they'll help out, but we don't use it. It won't be easy. It won't be. I would say this: we will have that open fairly soon.
What's your backup plan? What's your backup plan if there's no field open?
You don't need a backup plan. We have the military is defeated.
Yeah. What? Why would we need a backup plan? There is zero backup plan that would be needed. Iran is cooked. We hold all the cards. It doesn't matter whether they say yes or no to a deal. If they say no to our demands, they get demolished. It's as simple as that. Iran is cooked if they do not give in to our demands. Period. End of story. Either they give in to either Iran negotiates with us in good faith, or they get demolished. One or the other. Iran really has no cards to play with. The U.S. holds all the fucking cards. Period. End of story.
Tim Smith 4118 says. Is it legal to give conversion therapy to Hormuz to make it straight again?
Oh my God. Tim Smith, just one comment of the day. In fact, that is comment of the year already. Beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, when Michael Gaze is in Hormuz, it becomes the gay of Hormuz.
Tim Smith 4118 says. Iran is winning is the new I just got my 4th COVID booster.
That's a good one, Tim. That's a good one. I love it. That's another good comment, man. Dude, he's killing it, dude. He's killing it.
Annie 01200 says. Jesus Christ, but LOL.
They have, we've degraded just about everything. They have very few missiles. They have very little manufacturing capability. We've hit them hard. Our military is amazing, the job they've done.
Sorry, so is this a one and done talk, or are you open to more talks after this, depending on what
I don't know. I can't tell you. I have to see what happens tomorrow. They've been talking for 47 years with other presidents, and we're not doing much talking. Thank you very much.
That was an interesting little gaggle. Interesting little gaggle with Trump. Hell yeah. Oh, Chris Rule in the house, everybody.
Chris Rule 17 says. Where the fam at?
Chris Rule, we got Ty Lord,
Random
we got Annie, and we got Tim Smith in the chat.
Hey Chris, how are you?
We got the boys, dude. We got the Goyles and the boys. If you guys can, though, if you guys are tired of Iran, double tap your screens. If you guys think that Trump is doing a hell of a job, double tap your screens. If you guys think that Vance 2028 needs to effing happen, I love Vance. I love Trump. I want JD Vance to win in 2028. If Kamala Harris ends up running again, that would be the funniest thing in the world. But yeah, JD Vance 2028, baby. Donald Trump 2028. No, sorry. Donald Trump rocks. Anyway, I'm just saying, if you guys think that Iran sucks, if you guys think that Iran is a horribly run country because of their government, double tap the screen. Nate Dogg just sent a happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop yum yum. Happy poop, happy poop, happy poop yum yum. Everybody wants a happy poop for every day. Every way, all day long, in a juicy man thong. Oh, 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 I'm gonna shake my ass on the floor. I'm gonna shake my ass like a hoe. I don't really know what to do. Everybody get down on. Everybody gonna shake that ass all night. Gonna get the happy poop yum yum. I don't even know what I got to do. I want happy poop yum yum. Everybody wants a happy poop yum yum. Everybody wants a happy poop yum yum. Oh shit, hundreds of thousands could take to Iran's streets, activists predict.
As negotiations continue in Pakistan, the Iranian regime is still cracking down at home. An Iranian writer tells the New York Post a near total internet blackout is cutting Iranians off and hiding the scale of arrest and executions from the outside world.
One pernicious 2 creator 3 says. This guy talks shit about Billy's mental illness, but he is literally singing about eating poop yum yum.
Happy poop yum. Yeah, so I was talking about that Billy is mentally ill because if you're friends with somebody, you don't personally attack them consistently for disagreeing with you on things. Personally attacking somebody is bullshit. Granted, they were all verbal attacks, but he would be really intense with a lot of this shit. And, yeah, so if you want to know the truth, yeah. Billy, I mean, me doing this show is kind of is a really a big fuck you to Billy, for being shitty to me. You know, telling me that this was just a hobby and it wasn't going anywhere. Screw him. Like, I make better decisions than he ever could imagine. And, it just pisses me off, man. You know, because I accepted him for who he was, but he never accepted me for who I am. Because he would constantly personally attack me. Like, dude, like, it pisses me off. It really does. So, yeah, if you want to know the truth on that one pernicious 2 creator 3, whatever your fucking name is, yeah. Billy burned his bridges with me by personally attacking me. So I just said, fuck it. I honestly, like, I'm still seething. Like, I'm still seething. I'm still angry about it. I mean, eventually the anger will dissipate and I'll stop thinking about him. But yeah, no, he's just, you know, I'll trash talk him as long as I feel like it, though. At the end of the day, I'll trash talk him. Don't care. He probably still watches the show because he kept watching the show, and then he kept fucking messaging me. And then getting all up in my face, personally attacking and being a total piece of shit, all because I was choosing this and actually enjoying my life, trying to reach a goal. So, you know what? There's one thing I've learned in life is that those who have never accomplished anything will trivialize anybody who has accomplished something or is trying to accomplish something. So, I mean, if you want to trivialize me, okay. Trivialize my accomplishments. Fuck you. And, you know, if you claim to be my friend and you're constantly personally attacking me and telling me the shit that I'm doing isn't worth it, that's so fucked up. Oh, man. Uncle Chris. Chris Rule. Uncle Chris. Yes. But, yeah, no, I'm trying not to talk about Billy. I mean, if you guys bring up Billy, yeah, sure, I'll talk about him if you guys bring him up. But I don't have a lot of nice things to say about him. You know, like I said, he was a great friend in the past. But he ended up being yes, exactly.
Correct 411 says. That's called narcissism.
Yep.
A lot of those around these days.
Yeah, and yeah, it's true. I mean, he's absolutely a narcissist and can't handle the fact that I didn't believe what he believed, and would constantly get in my fucking grill about shit that I just thought was so fucking stupid. And this happened, if it happened maybe 1, 2, or 3 times, then maybe I would, maybe I could look past it. But no, it happened several times. And it just made me sad. It depressed me, man. But yeah, don't personally attack people just because they don't agree with you on shit. That's drawing the line. He didn't give 2 shits about my personal boundaries, and you know what? At the end of the day, I realized I don't give a shit about his friendship. That's how little I gave a shit about his friendship after that, because before I cared about his friendship, but he just kept poking me with verbal attacks, and then I said to myself, "Fuck him." And I crashed out on my stream because he decided that he would start personally attacking me on my stream through all the chats, and I was like, you know what, Billy? Go to hell. And I crashed out on him. And ever since then, I'm happy to say that I think he sucks. I wish I didn't have to, but since I have to, I'm going to be happy about it.
And separate reporting suggests the regime has stepped up executions of political prisoners.
Do you want to know why I'm talking shit about him?
Some Gala 165 GW6T says, don't personally attack PPL, but you keep talking shit ABT.
You're correct. I keep talking shit about him. You want to know why? Because he started it and I'm finishing it. He started it. I'm finishing it. He personally attacked me. I'm finishing it. I'm attacking him. Verbally, of course. I'm calling him out for being a shitty person. So yeah, narcissism is extremely bad. And, well, everybody's a little narcissistic. I do believe people are narcissistic. Everybody's a little narcissistic, but there are levels. Just like with anything, there are levels. I believe that narcissism is part of the human genome. We all have to be a little bit selfish and a little bit self-absorbed, even a lot. Anyway, let's keep watching this real quick.
Since the war began. Joining us now is Iranian-American activist and founder of the Iran Liberty Foundation, Hassim Rahimian. Hassim, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Or Hassim, I'm sorry. Thanks so much for joining us.
Correct 411 says, getting under your skin is his victory.
You're right. He did get under my skin, but I got the last laugh. I get to talk shit about him to a lot of people. That's my last laugh. And guess what? I get to be successful too. And everything I say about him's true. It's not like I'm saying anything false, if you're gonna talk shit about me, you know what I'm gonna do? If you're gonna talk massive levels of shit, and you're gonna be a piece of shit to me as well on top of it, yeah, screw you, dude.
Chris Rule 17 says, Garza the baby was released from the hospital and she's home and doing very well.
Uncle Chris, man, I'm glad that everything's well. I'm glad that your niece is at home. That's awesome, man. Hell yeah. No, I absolutely am, dude. Hold on.
RKM6863 says, LOL, you ain't successful. I like Billy already.
No, I am successful. Much more than people realize. Do you think I'm going to let people know just how successful I am? No. Because that would be stupid. But I will let you know. Billy, you stupid son of a bitch. I'm far more successful than you'll ever fucking imagine. And yeah, I'm pissed at you. I'll eventually stop being pissed to the point where I just forget about you entirely. But yeah, no, Billy sucks. And but yeah, all he had to do was just be nice to me. That's all. Yeah. Not even like, by the way, not even like, he didn't even have to agree with me on anything. He just needed to not personally attack me. That's the part that I just have so much trouble dealing with, is like, why couldn't you just not personally attack me? That's all you do. Don't personally attack people for thinking differently than you. I mean, like, how hard is that? Like, it's not hard. It's not, it shouldn't be hard to do. Just stop personally attacking your friends. Yeah. Of course you would, because you're a crazy leftist. You two think alike.
One Pernicious 2 Creator 3 says, I have more respect for Billy than you.
Well, that's because you two think alike. You're both psychopaths. I've got no respect for you either.
Correct 411 says, leave the narcissists behind. You obviously have emotion.
You're damn right I got emotion. You're damn right. And the problem is he betrayed my trust for, you know, in a lot of ways, I think it's a betrayal of trust to constantly personally attack somebody for trying to live a better life and want a better life for themselves and want to do something a little bit different, you know? But no. Unfortunately, he's real. But yeah, Billy just shouldn't have done that. But yeah, he put a fracture in a lot. I don't like him. I don't even want to deal with that prick. Like, I'm done with him. I think he honestly thought that I would try to ask for his forgiveness or something like that. I think that he's that narcissistic. He thought I would try to ask for his forgiveness. That's what I think he was trying to accomplish with it. And I said, no, fuck you. Instead of me apologizing to him, which I should have, that was my biggest problem, is never apologize to a narcissist. You know what? Never apologize to a narcissist. Best thing you could do is tell them to go fuck themselves. Make them angry. Make that narcissist angry. That's what Billy is. He's a fucking narcissist. He deserves every ounce of criticism I'm laying down right now. You want to personally attack me? Guess what? You want to punch low? I'll punch low. I'll match. But yeah, that's all he knew how to do. All he knew how to do is just make me feel like shit. And I don't even care if he disagrees with me. Just stop personally attacking me, brother. All right, I'm tired of talking about Billy.
Tonight,
he's a fucking prick.
a lot of places we can go with this. We'll just start at the top. We talk about regime change. This administration has said very forthrightly that regime change is not their goal. And then they say, but the regime has changed because the people in charge are now dead and new people are in charge. But now it seems like that's almost a worse outcome because it seems like the people in charge are more militaristic. They're more in line with the RGC. And
yeah, I think the current regime needs to, first off, the current regime in Iran needs to go. Current regime in Iran is totally awful. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
We have this report of them cracking down on the public there. What's your take on it as someone who has a personal connection to this issue?
Thank you, Joey, for having me on this show.
Sir.
I appreciate it. Here's the reality, and this is a sensitive topic. We speak about regime change and the challenges that has gone on. The reality is for us to
I don't really care if Vance left with a deal or
Resident
not.
says, Garza Vance left with no deal.
That's fine. By the way, if there is no deal, if there is ultimately zero agreement on anything, then Trump's just going to blow Iran into high heaven. It's as simple as that. Either they agree or they get blown to high heaven. It's one or the other. They have all the chances to work with us. If they don't work with us on our terms, because we hold the cards, then they could go to hell.
consider this a win, it has to be more than just military actions that we have taken. Now, let me be the first to tell you, I do congratulate President Trump and
have a good night,
Israel
Have a good night, Mr. Tylord. Good to see you on here, man.
Random Gian at 9296 says, I'm off to bed. Have a good night, y'all. Annie01200 says, night, random guy.
what every other administration has failed to do for 47 years. This is huge, a lot of risk, and it has been an amazing success for the past.
Orwell the resident says, agree or we do war crimes is pretty immoral.
Not really. How's it a war crime to basically demolish the rest of the government in Iran? I don't think that's immoral at all. How's that a war crime? Because the war crime would be allowing the current regime to keep ruling. That would be the problem. That would be the war crime. That would be the real crime. Because this regime, in my opinion, needs to be completely removed and completely annihilated. Because they were executing people in their own country for protesting their current government. How fucked up is that? That's the way I look at it. And you know what? Get rid of the current regime in Iran. I think that's the way to go. People are going to disagree with me on that completely, and I don't really give a shit. I know that I believe I'm right. I believe firmly that I'm right on this, and I have the courage of my convictions. But no, I think JD Vance isn't going to be able to get anywhere with these Iranian negotiators, because Iran doesn't know how to go negotiate, dude. Laugh out loud.
So by the logic displayed, how many civilians are you comfortable with dying in Iran to get the American chain you want?
Preferably none. But but you know what? Preferably none. But it appears there are people in Iran who are willing to risk their lives to see this oppressive government in Iran, see this oppressive government in Iran go away. I am on the side of the U.S. and the Iranian people. I am not on the side of the government, though, in Iran. I think the government in Iran is out of their freaking minds overall. Yeah. I think most people can understand where I'm coming from. I'd like to believe that, you know. But you know what? Make Iran great again, man. Make Iran great again, bro. That's all I got to say. Hey, thank you for the super chat, Lord Naraku. Naraku? From Inuyasha? Is that the Naraku that we're talking about? But I really appreciate the super chat so much, Lord Naraku. I'm going to play it again.
Laugh out loud. So by the logic displayed, how many civilians are you comfortable with dying in Iran to get the American chain you want?
But like I said, preferably none. But I do understand that there will be casualties one way or another. As long as, here's the thing. As long as the U.S. military is focusing on attacking government facilities in Iran, that's one thing. That's important. Get rid of a lot of these government facilities, man. If you have to get rid of the bridges, get rid of the bridges. If you have to get rid of the power plants, get rid of the power plants. Whatever can cripple Iran at this point is probably the best way to go. Whatever can cripple Iran at this point. I think that should be the main focus, personally. I know a lot of people don't agree with me, and that's fine. You know, you don't have to agree with me. You can get pissed off at me all you want, but that doesn't mean you're right. But yeah, I do want to say thank you again for that super chat, Lord Naraku. I hope I was able to answer your question. You know, that's the way I see it, though. That's just the way I see it.
Last 40 days or so. Having said that, if we don't finish the job, and by that I mean a regime change, that's not a leadership that we're going to just shovel from underneath to bring up. We're talking about the actual ideology, the Islamic ideology, that has no place in Iran. If we don't get rid of it.
Oh yeah, by the way, the Islamic ideology, like he's saying, is toxic as hell. And one of the reasons why the government is so toxic and why Iran's so poorly run is because of that failed ideology.
What will happen is they will come back in a later day, more money, more power, and they will harm us in here in the United States. And I don't want that. And I know the Iranians that live in Iran don't want that.
The less power the Iranian government has, the better. That's just all there is to it, man. By the way, speaking of power, no, just kidding. We're at 9,744 subscribers. Once again, we're at 9,744 subs. And what that ultimately means is we're getting closer and closer to the 10,000 subscriber marker. Once again, we're at 9,744 subs. That means we're 256 subscribers away, 256 subs away from hitting the 10K subscriber mark. 10,000 subs, we're almost there. If you guys can, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It's like right up here. So more subscribers, the better. We're a smaller YouTube channel, but we're on the precipice of hitting 10K. And I'm very proud of what we've been able to accomplish on this show. Like I had said, one of the main inspirations I've had so far for being successful on this show is Billy. Billy was treating me so poorly and personally attacking me as much as he could because he thought it was the right thing to do, which is stupid. You don't personally attack your friends. I'm doing this because Billy can suck it. Billy sucks. He basically said this was a waste of time. Well, guess what? It's proving not to be a waste of time. And I'm proving that I made the right decision to dump his ass as a friend. He doesn't deserve, honestly, he doesn't deserve my friendship. I dumped his fucking ass. And I think he deserved it. You know, you don't treat your friends like shit. You don't personally attack them for the things they believe. You want to attack the idea, attack the idea. That's reasonable. A reasonable person would try to attack the idea and find flaws in the idea itself or the belief. Instead, he goes for personal attacks. It's not cool. So, Billy, I have a feeling that you're watching this. And if you are, just know I made the right decision to dump your ass. Glad I'm not friends with you, man. You are a toxic piece of shit, and I was right the entire fucking time. This show isn't a waste of time. I'm actually doing good work on here. I'm having fun with what I'm doing. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm chasing my dreams, the one thing that you never do. And the only thing I could get out of you, I felt like you were just a jealous piece of shit, because the only reason you would personally attack me is not because you, I don't know, I think it's just because you're jealous. So, yeah, I don't really care. You can call me toxic, you guys. Yeah.
RKM6863 says, you are toxic.
Yeah.
Nico Ricci says, shut up, Tubby.
That's fair. No, and I am chasing a dream, by the way. I'm chasing a dream of doing YouTube full time. And honestly, I'm pretty much am doing YouTube full time, and it's actually working, which is kind of a shock to me sometimes. But no, I really enjoy doing YouTube, and he was trashing on my desire to keep doing this, and I was obsessing over it for sure, but he would trash on it. He was just saying it was a hobby and it wasn't going anywhere. I was like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. And I think I hate the fact that he kept trying to play victim. I don't like it when people bully me and then play the victim. That pisses me off. If you bully me and you play the victim later, I'm basically not going to be your friend. He did this to me so often. I gave him so many fucking second chances, third, fourth, and fifth. Fifth chance was pretty much my final chance. I was like, you know what? I'm ending this friendship. And I ended it with a bang. I ended it with a bang and said, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. So, yeah. I'm happy to keep talking about Billy, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in this chat who have toxic relationships, toxic friendships of some kind that they're not addressing. And all he had to do was not personally attack me. That's all he had to do. And now, I just want to talk shit about him. All I want to do is just talk massive crap about him. He could have been nice. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, absolutely. He was a bully playing a victim, exactly.
RKM6863 says, a bully playing a victim.
And that's what he was doing. He was being a bully. And then right after he was done bullying me, he would say things like, I forgive you. It's like, for what? What do you forgive me for? I mean, like, why? And he'd want me to apologize. It's so stupid. Yeah, I think the more I think about Billy, the more I just hate him. The more I just hate him. I don't want to be the better man. I want to be a curmudgeon for a little bit. I mean, I may talk about Billy eventually. If people bring up Billy, I'll talk about him. I will trash talk the shit out of him at this point, because he personally attacked me so much that it became, honestly, it was disturbing. It was disturbing. So now I just talk shit about him on my channel, because he deserves it for being a dick, for being a prick. And I think he's a giant pussy. So
Certainly. Hassam, I just want to ask you about the dynamics here and how this breaks down. We know that, of course, their regime cracks down on protesters, cracks down on dissent, and we know there are so many in Iran that would love freedom, and we believe that. But I'm wondering what the breakdown looks like and when we could potentially see the Iranians rise up. We know that they did, and there were mass executions. Thousands of people died in the streets, and I think we're all kind of waiting and watching to see if we're going to see something like that bubble up in the country again. We know that there's got to be incredible pressure on them. We know that it could be a death sentence for them, but they've done it just a month ago. So we're wondering, from your perspective, do you see that happening anytime soon? Do you see the Iranian people, maybe by the thousands, by the hundreds of thousands, rising up to take their country back?
I would like to see the Iranian people take their country back, to be honest. Yeah, no, I would like to see Iran take its country back for sure. Yeah. Go Iran, dude. I'm all about Iran, dude. Oh. But yeah, I'm sick and tired of Iran, man. Iran's a terribly run country. The government's terrible. Hey, we're at 9,745 subscribers. Once again, we're at what are we at currently? I can't even think. We are 255 subscribers away from hitting. We're 255 subscribers away from hitting 10,000. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,745 subs. Once again, we're at 9,745 subscribers, so don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. We're trying to see how quickly we can grow the channel. We're almost to 10K, though. That's the greatest part about this, is we're only 255 subscribers away from hitting 10,000 subscribers. 10K. The road to 10K is a closer one than one would ever anticipate. So thanks to everybody for taking the time to subscribe, man. It means the world to me. It means the world to me. Yeah, Annie, we'll see if the Iranian people rise up. I hope they do. I mean, look, it's risky. If you go up against the government as civilians, especially a government as oppressive as Iran's, it's going to be tough. So hopefully the U.S. military is able to cripple the Iranian military so much that the citizens can topple the current regime and then take over. Viva la revolution, something like that. But that's the way I see it. Hey, thank you guys for subscribing. We just got another subscriber. We're now 254 subscribers away from hitting 10K. We're currently at 9,746 subs. Once again, 9,746 subscribers. We're 254 subscribers away from hitting goal. 254 subscribers away from hitting the goal of 10,000. 10,000 subscribers is our goal, so if you guys want to help us out, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Like I said, it really does help the channel in more ways than one. I appreciate all you guys. You guys make this. You guys make it all worthwhile. So thank you all.
Absolutely, and that's a great question. Let me share this with you. As you said, the Iranians came out a few months ago, and the Islamic Republic killed as many as 50,000 protesters. These are people that...
That's crazy. 50,000 protesters. And this is why... And people don't often realize that the reason the Iranian government sucks is exactly what he was just talking about. 50,000 protesters. Let that sink in for a second. Killed. Let me make sure I heard that number right.
Absolutely, and that's a great question. Let me share this with you. As you said, the Iranians came out a few months ago, and the Islamic Republic killed as many as 50,000 protesters.
50,000. They killed 50,000 protesters. The Islamic Republic of Iran. Hello, people. Hello. You know, you guys can say what you want about Trump, that's fine, but the Iranian government needs to crumble. The entire Iranian government needs to crumble. It deserves to crumble. You guys keep saying that Donald Trump is committing war crimes. I think he's preventing further crimes from happening to the people of Iran. And you know what? The people of Iran are happy about it because they don't want to live under an oppressive dictatorial regime. All right? Nobody wants a dictatorship in Iran. The Iranian people want change, and it's a good thing, whether you like it or not. Now, we're currently sitting at 9,747 subscribers. Once again, we're at, I can't believe I'm saying this, 9,747 subs. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for taking the time to tap the subscribe button as well. You guys have made the channel grow in so many fucking ways. I just want to say I am appreciative from the bottom of my heart. So, you know, more subscribers equals more success, obviously. But I just want to say I couldn't have done it without you guys. And for that, I do thank you sincerely. I do want to give a shout out to Billy, surprisingly. Billy, I'm angry at you and I'm never going to be your friend again, but I do want to thank you for making me angry enough to keep trying this, to keep growing this channel. And because I'm happy and I'm also angry at you, I was able to combine those two emotions to get this show further along. We're now at 9,747 subscribers. 253 subscribers away from hitting 10K. I'm doing this in spite of Billy, not because of Billy, but in spite of Billy. I'm doing this to spite him. I am being successful to spite him for being such a shitty person to me. All he had to do was not personally attack me verbally. When you start getting personal, that's when I get pissed. You got personal, I got pissed. Simple as that. Dude's a prick. But yeah, no, I would say some of my success is definitely inspired by giving a middle finger, a huge middle finger to Billy. All right, so let's keep going, man. Let's keep going, bro.
These are people that have only their courage and their fist against the guns of the Islamic Republic. And what happened after that, obviously President Trump took the initiative of telling the Iranians to take over the institutions, and help is on its way. And he has done an amazing job. Having said that, since then, Israel, United States, and the son of exile Shah, Reza Pahlavi, these three have repeatedly told Iranians to stay back, stay at home, be safe. We will let you know when it's time for you to come out. Mainly for US and Israel has been to make sure that the Iranians don't get close to where the surgical hits it's going to take place. And as far as the son of exile Shah Reza Pahlavi, he wants to make sure that people come out when the regime is at its weakest, which is just about now.
And that's the thing. If the regime is incredibly weak, I mean, the people could overthrow it, which I would love to see happen. I would love to see them be able to, the civilians, take over the government without any civilians being hurt, preferably without them being hurt. I don't want to see anything happen to these people. I think the Iranian people are brave to want something different than the asshole Ayatollah totally ruining their country in a dictatorship. Hey, we're 250 subscribers away from 10K. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to subscribe. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,750 subs. Once again, we're sitting pretty at 9,750 subscribers, which means we're officially 250 subscribers away from hitting 10,000. Can you believe it, everybody? Thank you guys for taking the time to subscribe. We're almost to 10,000. Almost to 10K, man. We're there.
That's going to be the time that they will come out. I think you will see as many as hundreds and thousands come out. The latest number that is out was about 15% of the country of 92 million supports the Islamic Republic. So we have 85% that are out there wanting a change. Having said that, the challenge is that 15% has all the guns, has all the money, and has the control. So as they weaken, it will provide that opportunity for the Iranian people to come out and to get their country back. The reality is Iran was kidnapped 47 years ago by the Islamic Republic, and it has been 47 years of what we're seeing now. So this is nothing new, and they want a change.
Hassan, I have a question regarding this reported, the internet blackout. Because Iranians have family members around the world who want to see inside. They might not like what they see for sure. But with regard to the internet blackout, there are some folks who have been able to access it outside of the limitations, and there's severe punishment for them, correct? And then also there are the insiders, those in the regime, who still have some sort of access, correct?
Well said. You said it greatly. What it is, the people that are with the Islamic Republic have what it's called as a white SIM card. These are the people that have full access to the internet. The Iranians as a whole are in a blackout with internet and phone lines, which is what the regime does every time that they do massacre people, and that's their way of hiding everything.
That's so messed up, dude. That's the one thing I hate about the Iranian government. They, like he was saying, they black out the internet. They black out all communications, essentially. Then they start slaughtering people. Ugh. It's pretty sick, man. Like, the more yeah, screw the Iranian government. That's all I got to say, dude. Iranian government can go straight to hell.
So they can get away or at least delay the news coming out. Now, there are news here or there that comes out. There are Starlinks that some of the Iranians have, but even that, the Islamic Republic has taken jammers. We're talking military-grade jammers to cut those down to make that communication more difficult and challenging. For the past 3 months, they have been without internet for 2 months of that. We're talking as many as 60, 70 days with zero internet. And I want you to
That's a lot of days without internet. They're probably getting a lot of stuff done. The people of Iran are doing... No, I'm just kidding. No, but like overall, man, it sucks that these blackouts are happening. And what's worse is when these blackouts happen, it means that the Iranian military is going to start slaughtering people who are protesting the current regime. And that's a problem. That's a huge problem. This is why I think the Iranian military needs to be dead. The Iranian military needs to go away. It needs to be completely annihilated. People talk about war crimes, but when you're committing that level of crime against your own citizens, publicly executing them with the military, yeah, Iran is cooked, and you know what? I cannot wait to see Trump and the U.S. military destroy, and I mean completely annihilate, the Iranian government. Because the Iranian government deserves it. The people deserve to live happy lives. And the Iranian government is making that impossible.
To imagine that for 1 second, how would you go if you don't have access to internet for 3 minutes? 3 minutes. This has gone on for more than 60 days while the Islamic Republic has massacred Iranians and trying to do their best to hide what they have done. Yeah.
Assam, this is David. And you're a brave man for doing this, as all of those Iranians who are standing up around the world. You mentioned Reza earlier. There are other groups out there, the NCRI, the National Council.
By the way, we're now 249 subscribers away from hitting 10K. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,751 subs. Once again, we're at 9,751 subscribers, so don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow, and like I said, we're getting closer and closer every day to the 10,000 subscriber mark, so 249 subs away from 10K. Do you guys want to help grow the fastest growing channel out there? Simply tap subscribe in the upper right-hand corner, man. We're growing at a rapid scale, bro. We're growing at a rapid scale. Also, here are some of the super chats that we received earlier today. Let's listen.
Laugh out loud. Trump is a complete failure. Remove him now.
Council of Resistance in Iran. Yourself, there are many other groups that are now waiting to see what comes next. Is there any chance of coordination
Laugh out
between
loud.
those groups?
So by the logic displayed, how many civilians are you comfortable with dying in Iran to get the American chain you want?
And like I keep saying, man, personally zero. Personally zero. Zero civilian deaths would be the goal. I don't want to see any, but if it... Look, it's bound to happen, unfortunately. That's not what I want, but... Hey, we're at... You know what I do want? I want to hit 10K. So we're at 9,000, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're at 9,752 subscribers. Once again, we're at 9,752 subs. We are only 248 subscribers away from hitting 10K. Once again, we're 248 subscribers away from hitting 10,000 subs.
Voices inside Iran we certainly can't hear from now, or not much of anything given your description of the internet. But what about coordinating and working together, and not just with the U.S. government, but possibly with other governments for the future?
David, that's a great topic that you brought up. And here's the reality. The majority of Iranians are calling for Reza Pahlavi to be the transitional leader, as he has offered. He's been very clear that he does not want to be the king or to run the country. He has offered his expertise, knowledge, and the recognition and his connections worldwide to be the transitional leader. So we could go from the Islamic regime to the transition for about 60, 90, maybe 180 days, and then Iranians can vote and pick who they want as a leader. As different groups that are out there, I can assure you there's only one name inside Iran and outside Iran that it's supported as the transitional leader, and that's Reza Pahlavi. There are other people that may not like him, but they do agree that he is the best choice because he is the only person that actually has offered his expertise, his knowledge, and he has the plan that he has worked for years that will cover the change from day one after the fall of the regime to the first 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. This is something that it has been in the works for years.
Lastly, real quick, President Trump got to the negotiation table with Iran, basically saying at 8 o'clock tonight, we're going to bomb your infrastructure. We're going to bomb your power plants. We're going to bomb your utilities, those things. I know that you don't stay in power in any country. Look at Russia, look at China. If you don't empower some group of people, whether it be 10%, 30%, or 50% of your population to feel like they have a good life, how does this not just double?
People in Iran don't have a good life. The citizens of Iran hate their government, and which is why the government had to kill so many people, because they got rid of all the people who disagreed with the government. That's not a good government, you guys. That's why the Iranian government needs to be destroyed. It's very simple. You guys keep talking trash about Trump, and that's fine. But how about you guys start talking trash about the Iranian government for sucking ass? Huh? Can anybody? It's not hard. Not hard at all. Is it tough? Maybe. I don't know. I think I'm right on this one. You know, you guys can keep saying I'm wrong, and that's completely acceptable. Whatever. But yeah, I think I'm right as fuck. By the way, we're at 9,752 subs. Once again, 9,752 subs. 248 subscribers away from hitting 10,000. 248 away! We're so close to hitting the 10,000 subscriber mark, I can almost taste it.
Evolve into a civil war rather than, the majority of Iranians or all Iranians celebrating this regime change?
That's a great question. Here's the reality. First of all, what President Trump did say, and I wish he would have chosen different words, but let's not forget this.
No, dude. I love the fact that Trump speaks bluntly. I don't think Trump should have to apologize for any of the things he says. I mean that. Because the moment that you apologize to the woke mob is the moment that you lose. That's the moment that you lose. If you apologize to the woke mob, you completely lose. Period. End of story. And that is all. You know I'm right at the end of the day. You know that I'm the man. No, I'm not really the man, but you know that I'm right, though. I think you guys should be aware that I'm right, but, whatever.
Is a war talk, and we're dealing with a regime that's been killing its own people for 47 years. After all, my uncle was murdered. My cousins are still in jail today.
Jeez, man. Fucking A.
Because their belief is different than the Islamic Republic.
Because their belief is different. They were executed because their belief is different. Huh. Just the same way that, well, totally different, but in the same way, people will personally attack you if your beliefs are different than theirs. That's the type of society we live. Either way, this is crazy.
So when you're dealing with this type of a regime, you have to be harsh. And it is unfortunate.
Oh, yeah, you absolutely have to, because the only thing that this regime knows is violence and immoral acts. So you have to be violent and immoral to this regime because they've killed thousands of their own citizens for protesting the government. I mean, come on, man.
Insidious 92 says, I was leaning Democrat until they literally attacked Trump.
Oh, yeah. Same, bro. Same. No, just kidding. On the same part. No, first off, I've been anti-Democrat for a very long time. Not like super long. When I was younger, I would say I was Democrat. I don't know if I actually ever switched my party on there. But I always voted in the actual elections for Republicans because I'm so anti-Democrat at this point that if you have Democrat next to your name, I'm not voting for you. Unless you're like a family member, then sure. If you're a part of my actual family, then yeah, why not? If you're like a friend or a family member, sure, I'll vote for you. Even if I don't agree with you politically, I don't care. But other than that, though, anybody who has Democrat on their name as a candidate, I'm not voting for him. Period, end of story. I'm just anti-Democrat at this point. The Democrat Party has become too woke for its own good. A lot of the crazy woke people go fucking apeshit on people. This is insane. Yeah, I just believe the Democrat Party's too insane. That's what I personally believe. I think that I think the Democrats have become the party of socialism and communism. I mean, I think they kind of always have been. There's just a lot of red flags when it comes to the Democrat Party. The fact that Kamala Harris was the primary candidate when nobody voted for her in the primaries, that was a little bit sketchy. Yeah, Kamala Harris should not. I mean, if Kamala Harris was the primary candidate for the Democrats in 2028, it's official. The Democrats have never learned from their mistakes, ever. Joe Biden. I want Joe Biden 2028. Let's go. Just kidding. We need Joe Biden.
That a lot of people, including the no war movement, that put so much emphasis on infrastructure. The reality is, number one, the Islamic Republic for 47 has taken all the oil money and invested it to empower Hezbollah, Hamas, and other terrorist organizations. And frankly, none of that has gone to the infrastructures. 95% of Iran is dealing with the water shortage, electricity shortage, lack of having infrastructure, and the air quality is one of the worst in the world. So for us to focus on the infrastructure and really care for that when there are 16 and 18-year-olds being hung early morning because they wanted a regime change, to me, that's bothersome. And that's one thing that...
Oh, yeah. That's messed up, dude. And that's why I'm actually for the war in Iran. That's a big deal to me.
Laugh out loud. Guess who's back? Back again. GMPS back. Tell a friend.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Nah. What's up, GMP, dude? Hey, thank you so much for the super chat, my brony bro. Let's actually, you know what? I'm going to play that back on the on here real quick.
Laugh out loud. Guess who's back? Back again. GMPS back. Tell a friend.
Hey, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, my brony bro. I really appreciate it. Hey, anytime we can get super chats, man, it does help the channel grow. And hey, by the way, gifting memberships is really cool. If anybody wants to gift a membership to people, it gifts them at random. So, but gifting memberships helps out the channel a lot. So anybody out there who wants to gift memberships, it really does help. But yeah, thank you so much, GMP. Thank you for the super, my pink brony bro. We are trashing on the left and it is so much fun. Not. No. Give me a moment. So I may have to return here in a second. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Give me 1 second here. I have to, I noticed one of the lights went out. Hold on. So hold on, you guys. Sorry for being, lame here. But hey, it's good to see GMP back, dude. What up, dude? But give me just a few more moments. You guys feel free to, everybody in the chat, feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Try to be nice to each other, I guess. Yeah, try to be nice to each other to the best of your ability, and I'll be back. Well, just turns out it was deer that tripped up the sensor light. Freaked me out for a second, but yeah, there were some deer out there. All right, you guys, I'm back. But what's up, dude? It's good to see GMP in the chat. Hell yeah. Take off my coat. All right. All right, man. Everybody in the chat's being so mean. What's going on, everybody? We got GMP in the house. It's good to see you, GMP. Guess who's back again? GMP's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Now. But yeah, everybody give a big shout out to GMP for 3. Thank you so much, my sugar brony. I appreciate you, bro. Lightfree4619 says, I finally found the channel people told me about.
Lightfree4619 says, I finally found the channel people told me about.
So wait. Were people talking about my channel? Were Pink Brony Bros talking about my channel? There are dudes out there and chicks talking about my channel, bro. Was it the haircut or the no frosting?
ETRN7CH says,
what's up?
Was it the haircut or
my
the no
Pink
frosting?
Brony bro. I want to thank everybody for the super chats tonight. They do help the channel grow in more ways than one. Let's go. We're now at 9,752 subscribers. Once again, 9,752 subs. It's turning me on. This the gay? It's a little bit of a gay channel. We get a little gay sometimes, yeah.
Lightfree4619 says, this the gay channel I heard.
We do say uwu.
Ashton Bean D6U says,
we absolutely say uwu. Yep, we are an uwu channel. I consider myself kind of an e-girl on the YouTube space. On the vertical live space, I'm definitely I got e-girl vibes. Oh, shit.
Jason Beatrice 7362 says, yeah, we heard you was at a No Kings parade.
Absolutely, yes. I went to a No Kings parade in Coos Bay, and I was singing about how woke I am. I was trying to out-woke everybody there, because I believe I'm the wokest man alive when I go there.
Jason Beatrice 7362 says, dude, we listen to boy bands in here.
Fuck yeah, dude. Nah, I do. I love boy bands, dude. Take That, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. I think there was one even called Boyzone. Boyzone, dude. That's so hot. No, but like, I love boy bands. Dude, boy bands were pretty tight. They still are. Take That, though, is my favorite boy band of all time. I think Take That's probably the GOAT. If we're going to go like with the Tom Brady of all boy bands is Take That for sure. We are 247 subscribers away. 247 subs away from hitting 10,000 subs. So we are so bloody close. We're right there. We're right on the precipice of 10K. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow in so many ways. It doesn't really help my wiener grow because I'm a part of the small wiener gang. But, yeah. Ooh woo!
Ashton Bean D6U says, ooh woo.
Ooh woo! Ooh woo. I love saying ooh woo, though. I am an ooh woo e-girl all day long in a juicy man thong. I don't know why. I'm that kind of guy. I'm an ooh woo e-girl on YouTube all day long in a juicy man thong. But I do want to thank you guys for double tapping the screen to like the stream. And I do want to say thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. I'm wearing a man bun. I'm wearing a man bun today. But yeah, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Look, if you guys love Trump as much as I do, please tap the subscribe button. Double tap the screen to like the stream. But we're at 9,753 subs. Once again, we're at 9,753 subscribers. You guys are killing it. We're almost to 10K, man. Almost to 10,000 subs. 247 subs away. We're right there. We're so fucking close. So I do want to thank you guys. Let's keep going. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm looking through the different things on YouTube and seeing what we could potentially look at. You know, I'm gonna see where the algorithm takes me. I'll take you on a magic algorithm ride. I can show you rage bait, indescribable ooh-woos. Oh my God, Alex Jones. Alex Jones was interviewed by Awaken with JP? What?
Do you do IQ test here?
Yep, that's what we do.
Okay, because I think I need one.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Why do you need one?
Well, I've had some people lately telling me I have a low IQ.
Ooh, shots.
Low IQ takes, bro. Low IQ takes. No, look, I love Alex Jones just as much as anybody. In fact, I'm still very much so. I am an Alex Jones fanboy at the end of the day. I think he's one of the GOATs, dude. I think he's one of the original founding fathers of conspiracy theory. Well, not conspiracy theories, but he's one of the longest enduring conspiracy theorist guys. And I do love Alex Jones. I got a special place in my heart for Alex Jones. Let's continue.
Fired. Gosh. Who's been telling you that?
Well, some people online have been telling me that, like the president, and even my dogs are looking at me a little bit condescendingly now.
Well, we'll find out. So with this IQ test, I'll just ask you a series of simple, really common sense questions, and you just give me your best answer.
I'm actually kind of a little bit nervous right now.
Oh yeah, you should be, because if you turn out to be what some would call a low IQ nut job, then you're pretty much a lost cause.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
All right, first question. Which word doesn't belong? Apple, banana, carrot, orange.
Is it carrot?
Very good, because it's not a fruit and all. It's clever. Next question.
Alex Jones is the GOAT, dude. I love it. Like, I know Alex Jones is now pretty much against Donald Trump, and that's fine. Like I said, there are plenty of people that are woke. I still love them. I don't personally attack them. I'm a little surprised Alex Jones is not for the war in Iran, I guess you could say, because of all the shit that Iran has done. I fundamentally disagree with Alex Jones on this take, but I still love him, man. Is Alex Jones now woke? I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. No, Alex Jones is great though, man. Let's keep going.
Who would be considered more of a traitor to their country? Person A, who receives $230 million from a foreign lobby, or person B, who receives $0 from a foreign lobby?
I mean, clearly person A.
Wrong.
Come on, that's got to be correct.
Next, hypothetical question. If a country has a major shipping waterway that you want to have open, and it's currently open, but they'll close it if you go to war, what would be a smart way to ensure that waterway stays open?
You don't go to war with them.
No, not even close. I mean, common sense would say go to war with that country and stay at war with that country as a way of putting pressure on them to reopen it after they've closed it because you went to war with them.
Are you playing with a full deck?
Well, hold on. Here's the thing, man. The reason that, and I still got to say this, the reason the war was necessary was, one, they were close to weapons grade amounts of uranium because of how much they were enriching. So going to war with Iran in this instance, I still think was the right call. It's sad that people don't see it. I don't know, maybe there's something that, and I could very well be wrong on my take. Absolutely, I don't think I am. At the end of the day, it's a take. That's all it is. It's a take. And I think Trump was on the right path, man. But let's see here.
I don't play cards, but thanks for asking. Oh, and this is a good one. If you had the desire to take down an international pedophile ring, what would be the best way to follow through on that desire?
Well, you launch a full investigation using every means necessary, and then you prosecute those bastards the fullest extent of the law.
Wrong. No. You would launch an effort to prevent any investigations and prosecutions.
JP's funny, dude.
That can't be right.
Well, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
These questions are kind of weird.
Oh, I assure you, these are standardized IQ test questions, sir. Next question. Here's a scenario. You got a person, they work for America, and America...
I am happy to see JP, Awaken with JP, collab with Alex Jones, though. I'm not going to lie. This is like a match made in heaven, man.
Only. What country does that person work for?
America?
That's incorrect. They work for Iran. Next question. Who's more beautiful as a woman? France's First Lady, or maybe man, or Candace Owens?
Candace Owens?
No.
Have you seen France's First Lady?
I would totally do her. If she had an OnlyFans, I would subscribe. Any reasonable man would. Okay, how would you describe what
Damn it.
America First means?
Putting America's interests first above any other foreign nation.
No, you're actually describing anti-Semitism. Yuck. Okay, last question. What year did we first land on the moon?
We've never been to the moon.
No, we've been to the moon. We go all the time. Well, your test is complete. I've never seen a score like this before.
What'd I get?
You got an IQ of 65.
Is that high?
No, that's a very low IQ.
My life is literally ruined. He was right.
Who was right?
Just don't worry about that now. My big question is, what am I going to do with my life now that I've learned that I am so stupid?
Well, just remember, you're also a nut job. But yeah, you're pretty screwed. Really, the only option I can give low IQ people such as yourself is to like go off and open a Somali daycare.
I am completely devastated.
No, Alex Jones, dude.
Are you talking about that creature looks like from the Lord of the Rings, the goblin thing that shovels around beside Macron, whatever?
I love Alex Jones, dude.
ETRN7CH says. Both these dudes fell off. ETRN7CH says. Would rather watch tomorrow's teachings. Jason Beatrice 7362 says. Attention Democrats, even when we mega don't agree Trump don't get excited, we're never voting Democrat.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. We would rather, here's the thing that people don't understand. I would, even if I disagreed with Trump, I would rather vote for Trump than a Democrat because I relate more to Donald Trump's point of view on things than I would any Democrat, because Democrats believe in socialism. Democrat Party has completely lost the plot. Yeah, I don't trust the Democrat Party at all whatsoever. Period. End of story. I want to thank everybody who's taken the time to view the show tonight, man. This is fun. I love it, man. Trump. Yep, we're now at 9,000. I can't believe I'm saying this. 9,755 subscribers, man. 9,755 subscribers away. Sorry. Yeah, 245 subs away from hitting 10K, man. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,755 subs. Once again, we're sitting pretty at 9,755 subs. Don't forget to subscribe. We're 245 away from hitting 10K subs. So don't forget to tap that subscribe button, man. It really does help the channel grow. Helps my small wiener gang, helps the small wiener gang get bigger, and that's kind of the goal, man. I don't want to feel like I got a small wang no more. Yeah, it's just really tough for me to want to vote Democrat. I just think the Democrat Party's lost the plot in many, many ways. I just don't trust that the Democrat Party knows what's right for America. Yeah, I just don't think, I really don't. I really don't believe that the Democrats know shit. Hey, GMP, man. Honestly, it's good to see you in here, man. I'm sorry if I missed anybody's chats. Yeah, if I missed any chats at all, I just want to apologize straight up because I'm trying to keep track of everything, but I'm all sorts of off tonight. Trying to keep a steady level head, though. Follow the money. True. But yeah, you guys, once again, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. 9,755 subs. Once again, 9,755 subscribers. 245 subs away from hitting the grand finale. We're almost there, everybody. We're almost there. 245 subs away from hitting 10,000 subscribers. Let's go, bro. Let's fucking go. Now, before we end the stream for the night, I do want to see what else we can react to. I'm seeing what, I'm just kind of seeing what else we could react to. Give me a moment, everybody. It is I, the boner. How's everybody doing, man? I hope everybody's doing well. Sorry for all the delays. Yeah, I love Trump, dude. I'm a Trump fan. Sorry. Nah, not sorry. I am unapologetically a Trump fan. I honestly love Trump, dude. I think he's a man. People constantly tell me that Trump is evil, Trump is bad. You're a bad person if you like Trump. Well, guess what? I like Trump, and I don't care what you think. You're a fucking loser if you really care that much. Huro says we could call Billy. How about we don't call Billy? How about Billy can suck himself? Yeah, Billy's terrible, dude. I honestly am sick. Sick of him, man. Totally sick of him. Is that Billy in the upper right-hand video? I have no... oh, I see what you're saying. Maybe. That's funny. Let's see what the latest... Let's see what some of the latest videos are. Oh, wow. Okay. So developing. The U.S. begins clearing mines from the Strait of Hormuz.
We've got some breaking news right now. The Strait of Hormuz has been, of course, been a big sticking point in the negotiations with Iran. So right now in Islamabad, talks are underway. And this is a live look of the strait. Shows how much traffic is being limited as Iran tries to control the critical choke point there. Moments ago, CENTCOM announced that 2 U.S. Navy-guided missile destroyers conducted operations to begin clearing mines in the strait. That is happening right now. For more, let's bring in former
Good, because if these U.S. ships are able to clear the mines that are in the strait by blowing them up or doing whatever needs to be done, that's great. That's fantabulous. Because those should not be there. The mines in the strait should not be there. They should be completely eliminated and rid of.
Energy Secretary and former Texas Governor Rick Perry. So I just want to get your initial thoughts on this. That CENTCOM is saying they've sent in 2 Navy destroyers now to set the conditions to clear the mines. What's your observations from that?
Well, this is the type of activity that needs to happen, quietly, thoughtfully, forcefully, imposing, keeping that international waterway over. One of the things that's going on here, Aisha, that's really important for everybody to understand is that the Iranians are trying to change the rules of the game, turn this international water into controlled passage, a zone of controlled passage is the wording they're trying to use. And you can bet China's watching this very closely because obviously if the Strait of Taiwan even makes this more interesting from the standpoint of future movement of oil, processing computers, semiconductors, and just overall trade. So absolutely what's going on there in the Strait of Hormuz is incredibly important. It's kind of a test case, though, for what can go on in these other maritime choke points.
Secretary.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I mean, the Strait of Hormuz should not be under the control of Iran in any way, shape, or form. If Iran has any control, even for a second, that's bad. They've had too much control over the Strait of Hormuz over the last week or so, or whatever amount of time. Look, get rid of any of the Iranian military. Just trickle down. Get rid of the Iranian military somehow, some way. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's obviously easier said than done, but my goodness, man. Screw Iran, man. Screw Iran. Iran is just terrible. Well, you guys, oh man, we'll react to the rest. Once we're done reacting to this video, though, I'm going to head to bed. This is going to be the last video that I react to for the night. We're going to try to give our best take. We're going to try not to have too many low IQ takes. Although this show is low IQ. No, just kidding. Okay, let's take a look here.
We've heard some experts say that they've heard it's in the order of $2 million per vessel that Iran wants to toll these oil tankers, which sounds crazy. I asked the president about it last night, and here's what he said about the strait.
You're not going to let them toll the strait, are you? I mean, it's international.
No, we're not going to let that. It's international water. If they're
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's one of the things I've been arguing too. It's international waters. Nobody should really have any control over the ships that go in and out of the strait. It's international water. There should be zero restrictions. Period. End of story. Crazy. I don't know. Iran should have no say-so in this because Iran sucks, obviously. Yeah, Iran's terrible. I think we all know that Iran's terrible. I mean, oh, and by the way, we're at 9. Speaking of terrible, no, just kidding. I can't believe I'm saying this. We're at 9,755 subscribers. Once again, we're at 9,755 subscribers. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. We're trying our best to get to 10,000, and we're only 245 subscribers away from hitting the 10,000 mark. So if you guys can, help us get more subscribers, man. It really does help the channel. Yeah, we just want to encourage everybody to subscribe as much as possible. And like I said, man, more subscribers, the more subscribers we get, the more we thrive, man. The more we thrive with the more subscribers we have. So I try to encourage everybody to subscribe that I can. Whatever you guys can do, it helps, man. So that's a low IQ take, by the way. Hold on.
Lightning Fahd says, Iran has the right to control it. Lightning Fahd says, Iran was attacked LOL.
Iran was attacked justifiably. Iran has murdered so many of their own citizens for protesting the government. Hello? The citizens have every right to protest the current regime because the current regime is terrible. Iran's government was attacked, not the Iranian people. The Iranian government is shit. The Iranian government deserves to be demolished. You know what? I hope Trump takes out the entire Iranian government. You want to know why? Because the Iranian government was murdering its own people. Its own frickin' people. For protesting, executing publicly, using their military. And you're telling me that Iran deserves... First off, Iran's government deserved to be attacked. Their military deserved to be decimated. Their navy deserved to be decimated. All of it deserved it. You want to know why? Because they were fucking executing their own citizens for protesting. So yeah, I will cry about it. I'm going to cry about it as much as I want. No, but their government sucks. And honestly, I cannot wait to see these. You know what? I hope that no deal gets reached. And you know what I hope happens after the deal doesn't get reached because Iran always screws up their own shit? I hope the U.S. just gets rid of every single military installation in Iran. Like I'm talking about I want them to go scorched earth on the government of Iran. I want them to go scorched fucking earth on the government of Iran. Because the asshole Ayatollah regime, it's over. I'm sorry, you guys. Iran's government makes me so angry. When I heard that they murdered in cold blood thousands of protesters in their country, it actually pissed me off. Like something like lit a fire under my fuse. Just under my ass. And I realized that the Iranian government deserves to be destroyed. The Iranian government for murdering innocent people for protesting the current regime, they were killed by their own military. The Iranian military killed its own people. It's frustrating.
Lightning Fahd says, you one of them crazies, huh?
I mean, you're one of the crazies. I mean, your avatar is a fictional character. You can't even say who your real name is. At least I'm being honest about who I am and what my opinions are. You're literally too much of a pussy to put your own fucking first and last name on here, you pussy. God damn, dude. Anyway, Iran sucks. Iran's government is terrible. I want to see I want to see the people of Iran freed from this terrible regime, and I think that the U.S. military is going to be able to take out the rest of the Iranian military and take out the rest of the Iranian government so the people of Iran can finally be free and then topple the regime, and then the people of Iran can truly decide who will lead their country and what sort of political systems they will use. Hopefully they choose well. I hope. But I will say this, though. A weak Iran is a good Iran for the functionality of the Middle East. For so long, Iran has been the number one state sponsor of terror, has murdered several of their citizens for protesting the existing government. 3, They want to harm other countries near them, basically. Iran's government has been so full of crap, it's insane. You don't think the Iranian people absolutely want to be freed. The Iranian people absolutely want to get freed. Are you kidding me? Yes, they do. Because the current government, the current regime in Iran is terrible. Is this not making sense to you guys? I mean, come on, man. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, though. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,755 subs. Once again, we're at 9,755 subs. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. And if you can, please note that we're only 245 subscribers away. 245 subscribers away from hitting 10,000 subscribers. So please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. Anything helps. Double tapping the screen, subscribing, whatever you guys want to do. But please subscribe if you can, if you haven't already. It really, really, really helps the channel grow. We're now sitting at 9,756 subs. Once again, we're at 9,756 subscribers. And for that, I want to thank you, which means we're now officially 244 subscribers away. 244 subs. Actually, no, we got more subscribers. Hold on. We're now at 9,758 Small subs. Wiener Gang. Once again, we're at 9,758 subscribers, which means we're 240 freaking 2 subscribers away from hitting 10,000. Small Wiener Gang. Can you believe it? Hey, we just got oh, man. So I want to thank Kevin1969. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm going to put your name back up on the board. So give a round of applause to Kevin1969 for subscribing. Wiener Gang. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. And then, Small Wiener Gang. Everybody give a shout out to Zach Moss for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you guys can, though, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner if you haven't already. We're so freaking close to 10,000 subs. I can almost taste it. So thank you guys for subscribing. Yeah, Iran has lost.
Lightning Fox says, this guy really thinks Iran lost.
Yes, I do. Why do you think that Iran is winning? Lightning Fox, I think you're rage baiting me, but Lightning Fox, why I'm actually baffled. In what world is Iran actually winning? In what world is Iran winning? How? Their entire military is virtually decimated. Iran is cooked. No, the U.S. is absolutely winning this. How the hell am I brainwashed? You guys are brainwashed. The facts are the facts. The U.S. is winning this without even a... Dude... I'm confused. I think I'm confused at the level of delusion from the leftists in my chat. I'm assuming these are leftists, by the way. If you think that Iran even has a remote chance of winning this, I will say that I think that's insane. I will say I think that's an insane take. I think it's a wild take.
CVLVC7 says, Iran now earns millions for every ship going through
No, they're not, dude. We just sent a warship in, and basically that warship is basically saying, don't pay Iran anything. No, dude, no ship is going to pay Iran millions of dollars to pass through the strait. That is fucking low IQ garbage, dude. I have zero clue why the strait is still closed.
Why
I
the
say
strait
force
still
it away
closed
from
if
them.
they have no army?
Well, it's because they keep shooting missiles from the beach areas and shit, and I think that's where Israel and I think the U.S. is coming in to bomb those areas, so that way they could stop shooting fucking missiles from the shore.
Papa 1969 says,
Yeah.
I voted
Yeah.
3X for Donald.
Absolutely. I did too. 2016, 2020, 2024. I've got zero regrets on that because I think Trump's the man. I would rather have Donald Trump than Joe Biden or Kamala Harris, I'll tell you that. So I'm glad we didn't get Tim Walz. I'm glad we didn't get Kamala Harris because those two would have been the worst. Could you imagine a reality where Kamala Harris and Tim Walz won the presidency? Like, I really think it would be a bad reality. I think it would be much worse. Obviously, there's going to be people who disagree with me vehemently, but that's just the way Daddy sees it, man.
Doing that, nobody knows if they're doing that, but if they're doing that, we're not going to let that happen.
What would we have to do to prevent this from happening? We obviously need help from our NATO allies to try to get rid of the mines in the strait and make it functional. But what would we need to do to prevent them from trying to take control of it?
Well, this is an international issue. I mean, if you're in Europe and what Europe has done, this is, when you get back to the heart of this, Aisha, this is about energy policy. This is the anti-fossil fuel craze that's gone on for the last decade plus really coming to a head here, and people seeing how important it is for American domestic production. We need to be doing everything that we can, tax-wise, regulatory-wise, legal-wise, to get America back to be as independent as we can, develop as much of our resources.
Before we're about ready to end this video, because I am tired, I want to try to get to the end of this video, though. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner because we are trying to grow the channel. We're only, I think, what was it? We're only 241 subscribers away from hitting 10,000 subs. Once again, we're only 241 subs away. I can't believe I'm saying that. 241 subs away from hitting 10K. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,759 subs. Once again, we're sitting pretty at 9,759 subscribers. So I do want to thank each and every one of you guys for being incredible and helping this show become exactly what I wanted it to be, man.
As we can, so that we can support our allies around the world, and we don't get into these situations where you get a choke point like this that's controlled by...
Oh shit, we're now at 9,760 subs. 9,760 subscribers. Here we go, dude. Here we go.
A relatively small country of Iran from the standpoint of their international impact. But at that particular place, it just goes to show you how important American fossil fuel production, as a matter of fact, all energy production, whether it's nuclear power, coal, any of the dense energy production needs to be increased in the United States.
Yeah, we just have about a minute left here, Secretary. I want to pull up this new tweet from the new Ayatollah. We don't really have...
The asshola Ayatollah, dude. Just if the word Ayatollah is in the leader's name in any way, shape, or form, they should not be leading that country. Period. End of story. I should say this is specifically for Iran. Iran should not have a religious leader. Small wiener gang is what I'm trying to get at. Iran should just not have a religious leader. That's what the Ayatollah is. I think the people need to decide right now. I think the Iranian people deserve to decide who the next leaders are without the threat of the military. Without the military in Iran, the Iranian military should not be threatening the Iranian people. That's fucked up. You know it's fucked up, dude. Everybody knows it's fucked up. By the way, we're now at 9,760 subs. 9,760. We're only 240 subscribers away from hitting 10K. So thank you guys for taking the time to tap the subscribe button. Once again, we're only 240 subscribers away from hitting 10K. Iran, look, the Iranian government's terrible. I think we all know this. Come on, you guys. The Ayatollah needs to just step down. Step down, Ayatollah. Ugh. Crazy.
Haven't really seen yet. He says, we will definitely take the management of the Strait of Hormuz to a new phase. And I want to bring that in because you mentioned it right at the top, China. China's watching this, and we've got this very important, possibly even more important strait, which is the Taiwan Strait. And China could be taking away some big lessons watching what Iran is doing and thinking, a blockade sounds really good. 30 seconds left here, sir.
Yeah. Well, you hit the nail right on the head. China's watching this. What we do with Iran and how we remove the IRGC, the terrorists that are running Iran, getting a more democratically controlled government in there is going to be very important. That's the president's goal. I pray he's successful. We need to be seeing our NATO allies all in on this instead of this kind of tiptoeing around. They need to get their act together and support not only the United States and Israel, but their own citizens, because that is what this is really all about.
Yeah, the longer this goes on, I think the door opens for potential CCP takeover of the Taiwan Strait. Secretary, great to have you. Great insight.
Thank you.
Jeez, man. The Ayatollah, dude. The Ayatollah, 4-3. But no, I do want to thank you guys for taking the time to subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we're at 9,760 subs. 9,760 subscribers. We are only 240 subscribers away. I am asking kindly, please take the time to subscribe to this channel because we are desperate to try to get to 10K. We're trying not to be too desperate and too needy. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, oh my God. It's a fun channel. We've talked a lot of politics lately, and more than I would care to admit on this channel, but honestly, it sells tickets, man. It sells tickets. So we'll get back to talking more about investing, and I've been trying to correlate what's happening in the news to investing as well, mainly like the markets and stuff. And it is crazy that people, anybody who thinks that Joe Biden would have been a good president is dumb. Look, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were probably the worst selections that you could ever have. So I'm glad that Tim Walz and Kamala Harris did not become presidents. Tim Walz is terrible. I'm just going to say that right now. Tim Walz is the worst. Kamala's the worst. No, fuck it. They're all the worst. And the Democrat presidents, man, have been nothing but L's. Nothing but losses, man, on the drawing board, man. It's crazy. Okay. Yeah, Joe Biden, having Joe Biden as the president was one of the worst 4 years I've ever seen from any president. Inflation was through the roof. Honestly, gas prices were pretty bad because he basically, let's face it, the war between Russia and Ukraine probably would have never happened. It probably would have never happened if President Trump was president at the time. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense because, I don't know. All I know is Trump, you're the man. We all love Trump as much as anybody here. I don't know. I just... Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Na na na. Hey, hey. But I do want to thank once again everybody. Thank you for tapping the subscribe button in the upper right hand corner. It does help the channel grow. Helps me feel like I got a bigger schlong than I actually do. All right, you guys. Well, I do want to thank you all. I hope you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. I am going to get some rest. Hopefully, you guys tap that subscribe button as hard as you can. Punch the keys, for God's sakes. But yeah, if you guys can, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to simp-scribe as well. The more simps I prefer more simps. I want more simps, all right? It's easy. Everybody's wondering what Trump's approval rating is. I'm pretty sure it's a good approval rating. It should be. I would prefer it to be a good approval rating. It better be the best of them all, dude. I'm the man, dude. I'm the man. And by the way, Trump's the man. Just going to say this right now. Donald Trump is the man. All right. Joe Biden was beta. Donald Trump is alpha. And, yeah, JD Vance is also an alpha. Beta. Joe Biden's a beta. Donald Trump's alpha. JD Vance is alpha. Marco Rubio's alpha. Tim Walz is beta. Kamala Harris is beta. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Hey, hey, everybody, give a shout out to Mad61276. What up, dude? Beta. You're a beta. No, I'm just kidding, you guys. I do enjoy saying alpha and beta from time to time. It's just funny. But I do want to thank you guys. I am tired, and I want to... yeah, I just want to go to sleep. All right.